Some actors define Hollywood's golden moments, leaving fans in awe of their talent and charisma. However, for various reasons, some of these stars have either chosen to step away from the limelight or had their careers tragically cut short. Here's an in-depth look at actors who've either left Hollywood behind or passed away at the height of their fame, their journeys, and the mark they left on the entertainment world. Before we get into the video, please subscribe to the channel. 2. Number 1. Jack Gleeson. Jack Gleeson is best remembered as Joffrey Baratheon, the sadistic young king in Game of Thrones. His performance as the cruel, vicious ruler was so chilling and effective that he became one of the most hated characters on television. However, this success came with a downside. Fans began to confuse Jack with his character, even sending him hate messages and confronting him in public. Some audiences had a hard time separating the real Jack Gleeson from the ruthless Joffrey they loved to hate, and their hatred spilled over into the actor's real life. After Game of Thrones, Gleeson made the surprising choice to quit acting altogether. He shared in interviews that he'd always seen acting as a hobby rather than a lifelong pursuit, and that the experience of being in such a high-profile role turned him off from the fame and pressure of Hollywood. He enrolled at Trinity College in Dublin, studying philosophy and theology, and has since kept a low profile. Gleeson is now known more for his contributions to theater in Ireland and his academic pursuits, occasionally working in independent plays and small theater productions. Hollywood may never see Jack Gleeson return to the screen, but his role as Joffrey remains unforgettable. Number 2. Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson was one of Hollywood's most bankable stars, famous for his roles in Lethal Weapon, Mad Max, and Braveheart, the latter of which he directed and won an Academy Award for. Gibson was known for his intense, rugged performances and seemed poised to become one of Hollywood's enduring legends. But in the 2000s, his career took a sharp nosedive following a series of personal controversies that shocked fans and colleagues alike. Gibson was arrested for DUI, during which he made anti-Semitic remarks that were widely reported and condemned. Following this, recordings of Gibson making racial and misogynistic comments surfaced, further damaging his reputation. Hollywood largely distanced itself from Gibson after these incidents, and he was unofficially blacklisted for several years. Though he attempted to stage a comeback, directing films like Hacksaw Ridge and taking on smaller acting roles, his reputation remained tarnished. Some studios have been willing to work with him again, but he's far from the celebrated star he once was, and his days as a leading man in blockbuster films seem to be behind him. Mel Gibson's story is a stark reminder of how public behavior can shape and even ruin a Hollywood career, no matter how talented the star may be. Number 3. Cameron Diaz. Cameron Diaz was one of Hollywood's most popular actresses throughout the 90s and early 2000s, known for her roles in hits like The Mask, There's Something About Mary, and Charlie's Angels. She was one of the highest-paid actresses of her time, and beloved by audiences for her comedic timing and laid-back charm. But in 2014, after finishing Annie, Diaz made a surprising decision to retire from acting. She later revealed that she wanted to change from the demanding lifestyle and pressure that Hollywood brings, explaining that her life as a public figure had taken a toll on her well-being. Diaz married musician Benji Madden in 2015, and in 2019, she welcomed her first child, a daughter. She shared that motherhood and family life have brought her a happiness and peace that acting no longer could. Diaz has been candid about her struggles with Hollywood's expectations and how stepping away has allowed her to focus on her personal health and happiness. Although fans would love to see her return, she's made it clear that she's content with her life beyond the screen. Instead of movie premieres and red carpets, Cameron Diaz is focused on raising her family and pursuing her passions outside of Hollywood. Number 4. Isaiah Washington. Isaiah Washington was on the rise as one of Hollywood's most respected actors, thanks to his role as Dr. Preston Burke on Grey's Anatomy. He was well regarded for his talent and on-screen presence. However, during the show's 3rd season, Washington became embroiled in a scandal when he allegedly used a homophobic slur directed at co-star T.R. Knight, who later came out as gay. The backlash was swift and fierce, and Washington's reputation took a serious hit. After publicly apologizing, he was still dismissed from the show, marking a major turning point in his career. Washington claimed he was unfairly treated and even accused the industry of blacklisting him. Despite his talent, Hollywood doors remained largely closed to him. Since then, Washington has taken on smaller roles in independent films and TV shows, but his mainstream career has yet to recover. His case is a controversial one, with fans and critics divided over whether he deserved a second chance. Washington's departure from Hollywood's A-list spotlight is a reminder of how quickly fortunes can change in the entertainment industry. Number 5. Amanda Bynes. Amanda Bynes was a beloved child star, rising to fame on The Amanda Show and later in films like What a Girl Wants and She's the Man. Known for her natural comedic talent, she seemed destined for a long and successful Hollywood career. However, as she grew older, Bynes faced personal struggles that led to a series of highly publicized incidents, including erratic behavior, run-ins with the law, and concerning social media posts. Her struggles with mental health became tabloid fodder, and it became clear that she was dealing with deeper issues. Bynes took a step back from acting to focus on her health, enrolling in the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising in California. She has since expressed regret for some of her past actions and has spoken openly about her mental health journey. Though she's made strides in her recovery, Bynes has remained out of the Hollywood spotlight, focusing instead on building a life outside of acting. Fans remember her fondly for her roles and hope for her continued happiness and stability, though her departure from Hollywood remains a bittersweet reminder of the pressures faced by young stars. Number 6. Michael J. Fox. Michael J. Fox is a Hollywood legend, famous for his roles in Back to the Future and Family Ties. Known for his charm and comedic timing, Fox was one of the most beloved actors of the 80s and 90s. However, in 1991, Fox was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease at just 29 years old. Despite this, he continued acting, even returning to TV with a successful stint on Spin City, which earned him critical acclaim. Fox's resilience and determination made him an inspiration to millions, and he became an advocate for Parkinson's research. In 2020, after decades of battling the disease, Fox announced his retirement from acting. He shared that the progression of Parkinson's had made it increasingly difficult to keep up with the physical demands of acting. His retirement was met with an outpouring of support from fans and fellow actors, who admired his courage and dedication. Though he's no longer on screen, Fox continues to work tirelessly through the Michael J. Fox Foundation, raising millions for Parkinson's research. His legacy as an actor and advocate endures, leaving a profound impact on both Hollywood and the world of medical research. Number 7. Chadwick Boseman. Chadwick Boseman captivated audiences with his performances in films like 42, Get On Up, and most famously, Black Panther. As T'Challa, he became a symbol of strength and pride, particularly within the Black community, bringing Marvel's first Black superhero to life in a way that resonated globally. However, behind his remarkable performances, Boseman was fighting a private battle with colon cancer. Diagnosed in 2016, he kept his illness hidden from the public, continuing to work while undergoing surgeries and treatments. Boseman's passing in 2020 at the age of 43 shocked fans in the industry. Many were unaware of his illness, making his death a tragic surprise. His legacy, however, lives on through his impactful performances and the inspiration he provided to countless fans worldwide. Boseman's dedication to his craft, even while facing unimaginable challenges, has solidified his status as one of Hollywood's true heroes. His work and his legacy continue to inspire, and he remains a beloved figure in the hearts of fans everywhere. Number 8. Sean Connery. Sean Connery was the original James Bond, the man who defined the role with his suave, charismatic portrayal. Beyond Bond, Connery enjoyed a long and varied career, starring in classics like The Untouchables, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, and The Hunt for Red October. However, in 2003, after finishing The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, Connery decided to retire from acting. Frustrated with the industry and disappointed with the experience on his final film, he opted for a quiet retirement away from Hollywood's glitz. Connery moved to the Bahamas, enjoying a peaceful life in seclusion. He turned down multiple offers to return to the screen, choosing instead to spend time with his family. Connery passed away in 2020 at the age of 90, leaving behind a legacy as one of Hollywood's most iconic actors. His retirement and choice to leave Hollywood on his own terms only added to his mystique, solidifying his status as a cinematic legend whose impact is still felt today. Number 9. Heath Ledger. Heath Ledger's talent was undeniable, and his performances in films like Brokeback Mountain and The Dark Knight showcased his remarkable range. His portrayal of the Joker in The Dark Knight is considered one of the greatest performances in modern cinema, earning him a posthumous Academy Award. Known for his intense approach to acting, Ledger would fully immerse himself in his roles, often isolating himself to get into character. His commitment to his craft, however, came with a heavy toll, as he struggled with insomnia and exhaustion. In 2008, Ledger's life was tragically cut short when he passed away from an accidental overdose of prescription medications. His death shocked the world, and Hollywood mourned the loss of one of its brightest stars. Ledger's dedication to his roles and his ability to bring complex characters to life have made him a beloved figure in cinema history.